Mr. Whitmore, first of all, thank you for letting me do this. You know what I'm saying? People have been reading my blog and they wanna know like who I was writing about, like personally. You know what I'm saying? Like all they see is like the little pictures I clipped out from your Facebook photos. So this is Jaquan. Why don't you tell them what your name is?
My name is Jaquan Whitmore.
That's right. And how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. How long have we known each other?
Since the seventh grade.
Seventh grade, Miss Ikpe's class. I got transferred from Mr. Bonner's class when I came downstairs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was the new kid in class. You know what I'm saying? So what's on everybody's mind is, how did we get here? How did you end up in the hospital? If you feel like anything's too tough to talk about, you want to talk about it, just let me know, man. Just stop it.
Nah, I'm good, man. I got a belly full of beer. So I'm alright, man. It's a lot of things. Some things I had control over. Other things was just, Lord felt that needed to call certain people home. So, but it's been a lot of things to get me to the point where I am today.
Okay. So take us back to that night, man. So what was going through your mind?
I was just tired, man. Like, you know what I mean? It just, sometimes it gets to be too much. And it's just like, just tired is the best way to describe it. But that night I really thought I was going home to be with my mom and my sister. I really thought.
So we don't need to discuss like what you did. I'll just let that mystery be. Doesn't really matter, and I'm just glad whatever you did didn't work, because I'm glad you're here with me, and I'm glad you came to see me. I'm really, really glad that, you're at least trying to get help. Are you still trying to get help?
Yeah, I have my meds I have to take, and I have to keep doctor's appointments, but first I have to get acquainted with my new living situation. So I'm just trying to take everything step by step and not look at it as a whole, because if I look at it as a whole, the picture as a whole, it's almost impossible. But if I break it into piece by piece, I can get things done better that way with less stress.
So Heather recently found out that wasn't actually your first time. This was actually your second time that you tried to, go home with your mother, as you put it. The first time, was that the same reason?
Yeah, it was right after, sometime after I lost my mom.
All right, so we're going to continue from the question of your first time. So what made you do it? What made you want to be home with your mother the first time? Or what made you want to commit that act to be home with your mother? Like, what was going through your mind, basically?
I was just tired, man. Just constantly telling yourself that things are gonna get better, and then they don't. It just got too tiring to put on that act like everything was fine.
I always felt that, like, I played a part in, like, not being there. Like I felt like if I was there, or like if I was around more, or if I paid more attention, because at the time I was away at school, and I felt like I was always doing something else. And I don't know, there's always like, when it comes to us, I'll talk to you for a year and then not see you for like 2 years, it feels like.
Yeah.
like so much time passes between us, and then I'm like, yo, but then like when I see you again, it's like we're right back, like that 2 years just didn't pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I went through my whole college, 4 years in college, and I must have seen you like maybe 2, 3 times. But at that point, I was with someone else, so I don't know. And then when I heard like what had happened, I just felt like it was my fault.
No, it was a situation that if you were around, I'd have been able to push it out of my head more and just joke around, like live in the moment. But I don't want you to feel like it was your fault because at the time and with the way I was feeling and things like that, what the attempt was inevitable. So if you were around, it might have been tried later than it was, but it still would have been the same.
This recent attempt came out of nowhere to me too because I usually hear from you around the holidays. So when Christmas passed, I was like, well, that's weird because Jaquan would like at least like text or something. So the last time we must have spoke must have been like fucking June. Maybe you're even around your birthday. So, but it's usual to me because I'm like, okay, we talk in June, and then we like happy birthday, and then we'll talk Christmas, Merry Christmas, and then New Year's, Happy New Year's, then my birthday, Happy Birthday, and then probably won't fucking speak again until June.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but when I didn't hear from you for Christmas, I got nervous, and I'm like, okay, well, it's been kind of long. So I started like just I was writing on your wall, calling you, contacting people, and then people told me that you were in the hospital. So and then I was fucking calling like, I must have called like 13 hospitals that day, 14 hospitals, even Bronx, Lebanon, and they told me you weren't in there. But then I found out you were in a ward, and I was like, okay. So I had to find the numbers to that. How long were you in there?
I was in there for exactly a month and a day.
A month and a day.
In a day, yeah.
Now, when you're in there, are you thinking that you still want to harm yourself, or are you thinking you just want to get out? Like, what's going in your mind in a place like that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think about going home with my mom and sister at least once every day. And depending on my level of depression at the time, that really dictates if I will act on those feelings or not. So
I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor. I don't know if it's healthy to think that way or not. I just know that I love you, and I know that I need you here, and I know that I want to get married one day, and I know that I want you in that wedding, and I just can't imagine, even all the breaks we have, even all the time we have apart, I just can't imagine my life without you. You know what I'm saying? Not even on some gay shit. Like, I really do love you, like a brother. You know what I mean? Like, I have never. I've had friends. I have a lot of friends, people around me, but you're like one of the people who I always feel like I can depend on, who will always be there, who will never let me down. And if you were to leave, I don't know how I would take that. But I can't control your life, you know what I mean? And I can't control what you do. I just know that I don't want you to die. Not now. Maybe when we're 90, you can die all you want. But right now, I can't raise kids and not have them meet you. You know what I mean? I can't fucking be old and miserable and not have somebody to argue football with. We were just arguing like 10 minutes ago about the Patriots. You know what I mean? So I need you in my life because Heather will drive me crazy, and I need someone to talk to. I mean, I can always pick up and talk to Portia, July, and they both told me to tell you that they love you too, Portia and Juju.
Greatly appreciate it.
My mother, I can always talk to anybody. Now, I have friends, but I'd rather talk to you. All right? And to hear that you did this, man, it really broke me, man. It really made me sad, man. And I don't even get sad. But it really made me so sad. Like, I couldn't do nothing about it. And, like, to this day, I don't even know what happened to your mother. I don't. And I never asked because that's not none of my business. I know she's not here anymore. I know she's gone. And I know there's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, I can.
It's in the past, and I'm sorry that happened. And I know she wouldn't want that.
I know she wouldn't want it either, but at the same time, she made me have an agreement with her that I would never try to end my life prematurely. But at the same token, wherever she is, she sees what I go through. And it's not the easiest thing in the world when you feel like you have to go through these things alone.
Alright, so we probably got about maybe 3 minutes of space left on this cheap ass iPhone. So we were talking and not realizing that the shit had cut off because there was no space on it. You know what? We don't even need to go and rehash what we talked about. Like, they'll never know, and it's not really for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted this to be between, like, just you and me anyway. Yeah. But I had the idea that I was going to do the 6-part blog, and I was going to make you, like, the centerpiece of it. You haven't even read my blog yet. When you get Facebook, you don't even need Facebook. It's a website. I have my own website. Wow. But I'll give it to you after this, too. I don't want, like, the self-promotion on this shit. Because this ain't about me. This is about you. All right? So, we just talked about Samaya and everything else and didn't catch any of that. And that's fine. Because I caught it personally, and that meant more to me than anything. All right? So, I'm just going to try to make this as quick as possible because I don't know how much time is on here. All right. I'm going to try to ask maybe 1 or 2 more questions. All right.
That's fine.
Is there anything I can do or anyone can do for you?
Nah, I just need you there to give me the strength so I can do what I have to do. And I know that I can do. It's just, I call it the dark spaces when I fall into them, man. It's like, it's tough to climb my way back out. But I'm in a good place. This weekend has been great.
Yeah, man, I've been cooking for you like your girlfriend, man.
And the food has been delicious.
Thank you, man. You know, I try. You know, I put peppers in the eggs. I didn't know if you like peppers, man.
I didn't know I liked peppers until I tasted it.
I diced them shits up, man. I diced them shits up.
Thank you for that.
No problem, man. And the last thing is not really a question. It's just a statement from you. Do you have anything you want to say to anybody or to anyone?
I have a few things I want to say to somebody, but they don't care, wouldn't care to hear it. So, but to you personally, man, no matter what we go through, whether we're close as 2 friends could be or kind of distant, the love is always there.
I love you too, bro.
That's good to hear.
All right. Well, that meant a lot to me, man. This meant a lot to me. And people are gonna watch this, man. People have been reading my blog, man, and they trying to get to know you, want to get to know you. Suicide is a real thing. Depression is a real thing. It wasn't real to me until it happened to you.
Yeah.
I've never dealt with it. I've never known anybody who tried. So when it happened to you, it hit me. That's as close as at home that it's ever been. I used to tell Heather that, like, I thought black people didn't kill themselves. You know, I would say like that's like a white thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this has opened my eyes like so much, and that was just me being naive and stupid. You know what I mean?
I mean, but until it touches home, I mean, with me, I've never thought, anybody I know would. And then just for me to, like I said, I wake up some days and it's like, really the first thing that's on my mind is that we go with another day, we're full of bullshit. And it just might be easier some days, I think, to just go home with my mom and sister, but I know I'm stronger than that. I was raised better than that. So it's a struggle. It's something I will struggle with. I'm not going to lie to you. But as long as you, the people I care about, you, my sisters, and the rest of my family, keep the lines of communication open with me and me with them, I'll be okay.
All right, man.
I'll be okay.